Babu. Mheshimiwa Babu, karibu. Mheshimiwa Babu.
President William Ruto and his allies have been left stunned after Embakasi East MP Babu Owino received an overwhelming show of support from thousands of mourners at the burial of Ojwang, a young man allegedly tortured to death in police custody. What was expected to be a solemn state-linked event quickly turned into a political thunderstorm that sent shockwaves from HOMABAY straight to State House.
Wananchi pibim, wananchi ria, wananchi ra, HOMABAY today. Asanteni sana.
From the moment Babu Owino stepped out of his car, the mood at the funeral shifted. The crowd, numbering in their thousands, erupted in cheers, singing and chanting his name as he made his way to the main tent. For many, it felt like the arrival of a political rock star, not just a member of parliament. Mourners stood up to greet him, some stretching out their hands just to touch him, others dancing in approval. It was a reception that very few politicians in Kenya have enjoyed recently. What followed was a moment of political embarrassment for the government side. Governor GLADYS Wanga, who had been tasked with delivering President William Ruto's message of condolence, rose to speak, but her words were met with near silence. The crowd remained cold and unbothered, their body language rejecting the message and what it symbolized. There was no applause, no cheers, just a loud silence filled with quiet defiance.
So today we say pole sana. And my message, first, before I give my message, I want to bring you the condolences, Baba, of Ruto-Raila ODINGA, who was meant to be here with us today. But due to other things which he couldn't avoid, he wasn't able to come. I also bring you condolences of His Excellency the President, who was also talked to you and told you pole.
It was clear to everyone present that the audience was not in the mood to entertain any government representative, especially one trying to speak on behalf of a regime they believe had failed them. Wanga, sensing the rising tension and disinterest, made a quick decision. She called Babu Owino back to the podium, knowing very well that only he could calm the situation. And when Babu Owino took the microphone once again, the crowd went berserk. What he said after only added fuel to the fire. He passionately called for justice for Ojwang, going as far as demanding the resignation and prosecution of the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Eliud Lagat, who is blamed for the murder. His voice was firm and charged with emotion, and the crowd stood with him throughout the speech. The event, which had been planned to be a government-led burial to cool public anger over the mysterious death of Ojwang, ended up exposing the growing public rejection of the current administration. Babu Owino's rising popularity, especially among the youth and grieving families, has now become a major talking point across the political space.
In the comradeship constitution, there are 3 rules. Rule number 1, a comrade is always right. Rule number 2, a comrade is never wrong. Rule number 3, if rule fails to apply, refer to rule number 1. Kwa hivyo, venye polisi walisema ya kwamba Ojwang aligonga kichwa kwa ukuta ya cell, hata police station yao ilijichoma.
Inside political circles, especially within State House, Babu's reception has caused serious concern. Insiders say that the level of love and respect he commanded at the burial was unexpected and left many within government camps questioning what this could mean for 2027 and beyond. For a long time, Babu Owino has been dismissed as just a noisy young politician known for his campus-level bravado, but that image is quickly changing. At Ojwang's funeral, he didn't just show up. He stood out as a leader, a fighter for justice, and someone who could connect with ordinary Kenyans in their most painful moments.
Baba anafanya haya yote, mzazi anafanya haya yote ili aelimishe mtoto wake, ili alete chakula nyumbani. Kisha mtoto akishapewa elimu, unarudishia huyo mtoto kwa sanduku ya maiti. Ni ungwana si ungwana? Tunahuzunika sana kwa sababu polisi wanafaa to protect life and property, lakini polisi ndiye anachukua maisha ya wananchi wa Kenya. Tunakemea hili jambo.
His message resonated with a crowd that was still angry, confused and hurting. They didn't want political speeches or rehearsed condolences. They wanted action. They wanted someone to echo their pain and demand answers. That person in their eyes was none other than Babu Owino. As the funeral came to an end, conversations shifted from mourning to mobilizing. Young people whispered about what Babu could become. Some spoke boldly about 2027, suggesting that the country may be witnessing the rise of a new kind of leadership, fearless, youthful and emotionally in tune with the frustrations of the people. For President Ruto and his team, the message from HOMABAY is clear. The ground is shifting, and it's shifting very fast. A new crop of leaders is emerging from the streets and funerals, not boardrooms and hotel lunches. And at the front of that charge, for now, stands Babu Owino, not just as a politician, but as a voice of resistance.
Polisi yeyote ambaye alihusika katika kifo cha Albert Ojwang lazima ashikwe, lazima apelekwe kotini, lazima afungwe maisha. Vijana ria, vijana ra, wazee tibim, wazee tialala, wamama hai, wamama mnye. Kwa hivyo tukimalizia tunasema na tunaanza kwa
One thing is certain, after Ojwang's funeral, Kenya's political radar will never ignore Babu Owino again.
Kwa hivyo,